I think too many people put hard work on a pedestal, and that hard work is expected. Hard work is the standard. Hard work is the only way. And something I say in my new book is that amateurs want praise. When they work hard, they want to be like patted on their back. They want to be clapped for. But professionals want feedback. Where did, nobody cares, work harder? Where did that come from? When you start saying that, when you start printing on t-shirts, because obviously it's connected with a lot of people.
Yeah. Some people get triggered by it. I care if you're what it's like, okay, well, that's not really the point. To me, it's always like, whatever we do, whatever we achieve, to me, in my head, doesn't matter, because it's always like, what's next? Or even if you didn't achieve something, if you did a race, you DNF'd, or you lost your job or whatever, it doesn't matter. You're going to have to get back on the horse, get back to work. What you do next is what matters. So regardless of the outcome of what just happened, nobody cares. You got to get back on the grind and okay, what are we going to do about it? So that's what it is. So if I've been successful, my first book did good. It wasn't number one. I want to be number one. So should I be happy I made New York Times on the first one? Yeah, I guess. But that wasn't the goal. The goal is to be number one. So it's like, no matter what happens, I'm always like, okay, whatever. It's like a lot of people fail and then they get distracted or lose interest or whatever. It's just like, that's when you really need to buckle down. Both those times we can let our guard down and get weak. When we win, we can get complacent.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I got this figured out. When we lose, we can get discouraged and say, what's the use? Both those times are critical. Get back to work.
I was reading this book earlier this year. I can't remember exactly which book this section came from. I want to say it was Beyond Entrepreneurship, BE 2.0 by Jim Collins. And it talked about the we made it, the downfall of the we made it mindset and approach. And they actually it was very applicable to me in this business at the time, because we're getting ready to move in this new HQ next week. And we've been working on this new HQ move for the last year. And it talked about a lot of businesses, when they move into a new big building that has all the bells and whistles and they graduate to the next level, what often happens is they move into this new building, they have all these features and amenities they didn't have previously, and they think to themselves, we made it. And then revenue declines, profitability declines, momentum decreases. So there's this negative consequence of achieving and allowing yourself to celebrate that achievement too much and pat yourself on the back for working so hard and accomplishing the thing. And I think that's one of the things that separates these outliers from everyone else, is the ability to recognize, I've accomplished this, but I'm going after the next win. And as much as that is a strength, it can also be a weakness. I know that is for me. And my wife tells me, this team tells me, it's like, there was a year ago, we had our best month ever in this business. And there was something that happened that we weren't really happy with outside of hitting our revenue goal. And our CFO, COO, Josh Hawley, came in. He said, you know how I know this business is going to be successful? It's because we just had our best month ever. We just hit it today and everyone's pissed off.
It's
like,
still hungry.
Because I'm hungry for the next thing. There's appreciation for the accomplishment, but there's never satisfaction for where I'm at, because it's always, what's next? What's next? What's next? Have you found that common with a lot of these people you meet with, talk with? Has anyone you've met hung their hat on their accomplishments that is still continuing to succeed?
I think not really, but I mean, I think I've had Centro on, who won the gold at Rio and the 1500. It's hard to stay at the top in elite athletics, right? So it's he has to, and I see now he's working for Grand Slam track as a commentator. So he's probably just readjust goals. But so I don't think he's satisfied with where he's at. He's just reevaluating, kind of recalibrating his goals. But generally, no. I mean, nobody I know or spend time with or want to spend time with is ever satisfied with where they're at. It's always like, this is what I do, I'm going to keep doing it, and we're going to achieve more. Or we're going to, I mean, if you look at Rogan, he's still one of the hardest working guys I know. It's like, why? He's got it all, but he's an outlier. It's like, he's never done. It's like, why is he doing 4 or 5 podcasts a week? He's number one. He's the greatest. It's like, it's just what he does. So yeah, it's never being satisfied. Never, like, you sign a big deal. Happens a lot with athletes. They sign a big deal and then, they have a down year the next year. But the people that I like is, no matter what happens, it's a success, failure, doesn't really matter. Even with all the success, it's still what's next. That mindset is so powerful.
What do you think drives them? Like
Who, Joe?
Or any of these, like, these outliers, like, what is the common drive, or maybe what's the drive for you?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's, if we knew that, we'd be rich.
Bottle it up.
Yeah. Bottled up and sell it. Right. It's, what is the drive? I mean, I don't know. I mean, what makes people satisfied with status quo and somebody not satisfied with that? I'm not sure. It's, it could go back to trauma in earlier life. A lot of times it's trauma in earlier life with some of these super high achievers. They're trying to right the wrongs of when they're young or whatever. That's probably part of it for me. But yeah, it's hard to say. It's like different things impact people differently, but, and I don't really know the whys. I just know the type of people I'm attracted to. Mm-hmm. And that's the people who accept no excuses and just produce results.
I think about this often, like, what is the drive? And there's like parts of my life that support my drive, like my family, financial goals, mm-hmm. Being relevant in the space that I work to become somewhat relevant in. Mm-hmm. I think all of those things support my drive, my foundation of faith in being someone who is living a life like Christ. But as I think about this question I just asked you, I think a lot of it is I've worked so hard to achieve momentum, not even accomplishment, but momentum and some wins, is that now there's not necessarily this want and need to win, but there's this fear of losing. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to lose the momentum. And that's what's even makes it hard to take a break.
Yeah.
So if I take a break or take a step away, I will lose all this momentum that I built, regardless mm-hmm. if that is true or not.
Yeah.
And if I want to really milk this life and accomplish all the things that I could ever accomplish out of it, mm-hmm. it's like I have to have the gas pressed to the floor. I can't lose this momentum.